Hey there, guys. All right, today we are back with well, not back with anything, because this is a first time reaction to this channel. But I saw this get popped up in my recommended, and I thought, you know what? We've watched a bunch of World War II everyday map videos, so why not watch another one? This time with army sizes in particular. So it's just going to show, I'm guessing, the total number of soldiers in an army. Not necessarily perhaps number of soldiers on what front of the war, just countries, I'm guessing. Now what's funny, now of course the link to this person's channel is going to be in the description box. Make sure you go check out the original video and the original content creator as always. But what's funny is I was like, I wonder if I watched any videos from this person before, because I like to check for that, see if I've ever heard of them before when it comes to new videos. And what I found out is I haven't watched their latest video, but no, not like I haven't reacted to them. I haven't reacted to this channel before. But what I mean by is, have I watched them on my own time in the past? And I haven't watched their latest content, but I went to some of their really old videos from like a decade ago, over a decade ago. This person has some Shogun 2 videos out, Total War, other Total War kind of cinematic somewhat videos. And what I realized after taking a look at one of them is I'm fairly certain I watched this person when I was in middle school getting into Total War. That gave me some nostalgia and made me feel good. So specifically their video, I think it was like a Shogun 2 like duel, kind of cinematic duel kind of thing that they made with just the people in Shogun 2. Just a 1v1 in Shogun 2. And I was like, dang, that looks familiar. So I don't know, I just thought thought I'd share that. I thought it was funny. That a channel that I watched when I was so young comes back to this. It blew me away when I was like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. But before we dive in now, make sure you go and also check out the other links in the description box below. Would love it if you join the Discord. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and watch the World War II every day with army sizes.
This morning, the British ambassador...
Oh, shit. Hold on. That's loud. So, that would be... Remaining Polish army attempts to retreat towards Romania. That would be... That sounds like... That's gotta be... the British Prime Minister.
In Berlin, handed the German government a final note, stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock.
Okay, so this is going to be active military fronts and armies on that front of the war fighting each other.
That they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland. A state of war would exist.
I hope this music doesn't get me copyrighted.
I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
I love that this person has included the speeches, the news stuff. German propaganda minister Josef Goebbels makes a radio address reviewing the official Nazi version of the events of 1939. No predictions were made for 1940, other than saying that the next year will be a hard year and we must be ready for it. God, that's a lot of text happening in the bottom left corner really fast. I don't plan on reading it. And then we have the Finnish war just grind to a stalemate for the Soviets. Mussolini has joined. Yeah, the quiet 6 months. What invasions of Denmark and Norway? This is really well made. Very sleek.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields.
So I wonder if this is gonna be just World War II every day in Europe, instead of just all around the world.
And in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it were subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
The war in Africa is kicking off. Italians are slowly pushing in. Pretty much have been stalemated in Africa. War in Greece, the Italians are getting beaten back. Eventually, I think Germany will be sending troops. I think after the invasion of Yugoslavia. God dang. 270,000 men are fighting all along, just on the like Axis side, are fighting. How do you fit so many men? How do you fit so many people there? Oh, the British have started bouncing back in North Africa. They are pushing the Italians back.
Never in the
Libya.
field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
And the German African Corps has
All
arrived.
our hearts go out to the fighter pilots, whose
And
brilliant
now I
actions we
believe
see with our own eyes
German
day after
troops are
day.
now arriving
I
in
hope, indeed I pray,
Greece.
that we shall not be found unworthy of our victory, if after toil and tribulation it is granted to us.
Yep,
For the
okay,
rest,
now here are the
we have
German
to gain
troops.
the victory. That is our task.
It's really crazy to see planning for push into Russia. It's really crazy to see just how fast the front is changing. Like the Italians fighting here in Africa, and then the Italians fighting in Greece, and then the moment the Germans get involved, how quickly things start swinging back in the Axis favor, because the Italians were that bad. Oh, this is totally copyrighted. Yep, gonna just lower that. Yeah, it's always crazy to see when because this is happening just day by day, just how fast it fucking happened. It's really, I don't know, it's just always mind-blowing, no matter how many times you see it. And now they've been stalled. Come up, nope, there goes another push. Should be slowing down right about now. Joseph Stalin states that 4.5 million Germans have already died in Russia. It's a massive exaggeration. You know, it's really cool to see actually Germans still pushing even in the winter. But now they're being pushed back.
December 7th,
Oh, hold on, we gotta Roosevelt's
1941,
speech. Gotta raise the volume back up.
a date which will live in
In
infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Roosevelt's speech is done. The volume. On. Stalemate in Africa. Stalemate on the Eastern Front for a little bit. Some fighting back and forth. Germans doing some encirclements. Russians doing some circling back. Oh, and then I think this is gonna be the. Is this gonna be the push for Stalingrad? Yeah. There it is. Push for the oil. Dang, they really got far into the Caucasus. Holy shit. Alright, the text is like on top of text, so I can't even read it right now in the bottom left. Alright, so yeah, this is purely just Europe every day. That kind of sucks. I would have, but it's also kind of hard to display the Pacific Theater like this. I can understand not doing it. Alright, the US and French on the western front of Africa. Northwest of Africa. Oh, Stalingrad. Germans in Stalingrad have been encircled. And now for the Soviets to just start pushing the Germans back to Germany. Is that Hitler? I think that was Hitler's speech. Goebbels has declared total war. Feel like that's already been a thing for a while. Dang, some really intense fighting happening in Tunisia. Alright, now the Axis are getting pushed out of Africa entirely. Invasion of the soft underbelly is beginning. The Russians and Germans just staring each other down with their million men. Nearing the mid-1943. Okay, this is really well made. And the invasion of Italy has begun by the Allied forces. Sicily is almost captured. The Russians have begun another offensive. Goddamn, 500,000 Allied forces in Sicily alone. Pushing up the soft underbelly, the Germans have cooed Italy and taken it. Allies are pushing up from the south. Soviets coming in from the east, kicking German ass. Let's go. Alright, and now I think it's going to be a stalemate on the Italian front for a little while until D-Day. And the Soviets are going to keep pushing the Germans back. Slowly and inch by inch. The Germans tried to do a quick counterattack. It is failing. Soviets are pushing back again. Soviets almost have all of their initial land back from the Germans. They have made it into what was once Poland. Operation Overlord is a go. Almost. February 44. Nearing D-Day. We're nearing June and July. March. Soviet push to the south is beginning. And Crimea has fallen. Oh, nope. The Germans are going to hold out in Sevastopol for a little bit.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force,
Sevastopol has fallen.
you are about to embark upon the Great Crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of
Nope,
world
the Allies are
upon you.
pushing up in Italy once again. The D-Day invasion has begun in full. And now for pretty much should be the utter collapse of all German lines. Yep, we see the Russians just starting to make their way, sweeping through Eastern Europe, plains, the Great Plains of Europe. And 1.3 million men already, Allied men in France. The German lines are collapsing. Southern France is being retaken. The Russians gobbling up some land. France is reclaimed. Belgium is reclaimed. We're making our way for the Netherlands. Greece is back. Alright, there's gonna be the light push, I think, by the Germans right around now. Battle of the Bulge should be happening, I think, soon. Yep, there's the Battle of the Bulge. And Battle of the Bulge, the German offensive has failed. We are in 45, just a couple more months, and the German will surrender. Poland is under full Soviet control now. They are nearing the outskirts of Berlin. The Allied offensive has pretty much been halted. They're not pushing, now they're pushing. Northern Italy still under German control. The Western Front has completely collapsed now. And now the war is over and the Cold War has begun. This was a good video. Yeah, it didn't really I think I like the map style that he went with here to display this war. I really like this map. And I also like the made it. Sometimes what happens with these everyday kind of map stuff is sometimes the colors sometimes can look too much alike. But in this one, he made it very simple. He was just like all allies represented by blue, not different shades or whatever. The axis represented by like that kind of looks a little green, but also like a blackish green kind of color is kind of what I saw, what I kind of see that color as. Be a gray black, I don't know. And then the Soviets and their, you know, obviously Yugoslavia under Tito as red or shades of red. So it made it very easy to understand who was who. Didn't overly complicated. Sometimes things are overly complicated. And then of course, if you wanted the more deeper understanding of what exactly is happening in the war, in the bottom left corner, he did have text going on, displaying, hey, these are exactly what's happening, the offensives being planned, and what important significant events have happened. Now, of course, though, this is World War II every day, so that text is coming in very fast and then disappearing. Like, if you really wanted to take a look at the text, you'd have to go like frame by frame. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm lazy. This was really well made. I also have taken a look at this person, like Hoi4 time lapses. I'm not gonna watch those. I'm not gonna react to them. But I've taken a look at them, and they are also really well made. So go support Christopher. But that was World War II every day with army sizes. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.